how come business started getting nicer? How come it started seeing itself as actually as its job, not just to make money by selling stuff, being good for the people that work there, being good for the communities that they're in, being good for their customers, even being good for their shareholders. I think perhaps even more than that, it's affected our idea of what business is. We've moved from an era of management science where we saw businesses like a machine whirring away and producing financial results. And we see it much more, as it obviously is, as a human ecosystem, as a living community, in a sense one that's only there in the first place to produce more well-being in the world. So where is all of this coming from? Well, it's not just small creative companies with their table tennis tables, their beanbags, their mindfulness classes, their acupuncture, all the fun things they do. It's actually really big business that you see now getting onto this well-being agenda. Vodafone have made a public commitment that by 2025, they are going to be the best place in the world for women to work, which is extraordinary. And there are more and more of these stories. Unilever is committed to improve the well-being of over 1 billion people. So what's behind all of this? One obvious thing is that we've really taken well-being to heart, whether it's kale, avocado, paleo diet, free-from foods, things that are natural and organic, hygge, mindfulness, yoga mat, soul cycle. We're living through what one of the newspapers called a well-being revolution. When it comes to companies, there's every reason to look after employees on this issue. But what we're seeing is actually well-being going well beyond that, as in the examples I gave. And I think that's because of some much bigger pressures that business have been facing. So transparency, you can no longer pretend to have natural food. And the same more broadly to do with how you treat your employees, how you treat the people in your factories. All of this is open to scrutiny now. And talent, nearly half the workforce today in the world are in the millennial generation. And we know from survey after survey that they want work-life balance. And also they want to feel good about their employer and the good that they're doing in the world. So if you want to attract those talented young individuals and not for all of them to go and work at Facebook, you really need to be forward on this agenda. So I think this is a remarkable trend. I've written a number of business books. In fact, this would be my 7th. And the rest of the output so far, with the occasional diagram or photograph, has been a torrent of words. And I really wanted to approach this differently. And I think it just suited the topic. I really wanted to bring it to life, to evoke it, to celebrate it. And so what you'll see is a book that would be full of pictures, shocking facts, infographics, and actually something that brings to life as we move into an era of business like we're not used to business being. I think business books need to change too. So please help me get this book crowdfunded and let's get the story out there.